All you have to do is call me, call me, call me, and I'll take a train ride, book a late flight. This life without you is not enough.
That was just a sneak peek of some of the beautiful sound that comes from the band Young Running. I know my camera lady and I were just joking about tearing up off camera. Liam joins us and James from Young Running. So maybe I'll start with you, James, because I read online, I think it came from you, you said that your group has simple tunes with honest words. How do you think that maybe sets Young Runnings apart from other bands in the music scene today?
I don't know. I don't think it sets anything apart. I think everyone tries to come up with lyrics like that, but I think some people try too hard to, instead of just being more simple with how you're describing what's happening, and then you lose the whole meaning of what you're trying to describe through over-describing it. And Liam's the lyricist, so he's the magic behind the words.
The magic behind the words, I like that. And now both of you, are you both from Ontario, but you weren't originally based out of Toronto, is that right?
Yes.
So coming then and moving to Toronto, do you find that provided a new format for music, an inspiration, I suppose?
Absolutely. The music scene in Northern Ontario is really tight knit, but it's small and isolated. And those were my formative years living in like Sudbury, Ontario, and I grew up in Elliott Lake, where there's really not much to do other than music. So that's where I learned how to work at it. But getting down to Toronto, there's just so many great musicians, and you can watch live music any night, so many venues, and that's what I did my first year. I went out every single night and caught live music, and it definitely changed the way I wrote. That's when I started getting a bit more folky with my writing, folky and country-ish.
Well, we appreciate that down here in Southern Alberta, that's for sure. And now I read on your Facebook today that Small Town City is your latest EP coming out, but it's not quite out yet. When can fans expect that?
It's actually a full length. It's not an EP this time. It's a full length
That's
album.
really exciting.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. This will be our first with the new vision that we're going with the band. So.
And this wasn't your first time in the studio though, as you mentioned. Do you find it gets easier every time you're in the studio?
No, there's just the same amount of pressure. Our producer Derek Downham, he always leaves you wanting to push and push more and more. So it's always there's always a lot going on in the studio.
Absolutely. And Liam, I checked out online. You guys are fairly active on social media. Is that kind of your way to connect with fans all over the country?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the nice thing about the music industry now is you can get the word out to absolutely everyone. It's kind of a blessing and a curse because everybody's doing it as well, but we're really organized now, so I think we're poised for some good things.
Where can people find you? What are your links and addresses?
You can search Young Running on Facebook. Young_running is our handle on Twitter and Instagram, or you can just go to youngrunning.com and everything is there.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Liam, so much for joining
you,
us today.
Fallon.
We really appreciate it. Here's another sneak peek at the band.
Miss your taste, your